Are you one of the millions of Americans over 65 who find themselves staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering if your body is betraying you? What if I told you that Harvard's latest 2024 sleep study revealed something shocking? Those 3 a.m. wake-ups aren't random at all. They're actually your body's desperate attempt to communicate 7 critical messages that could determine whether you live to 100 or struggle through your golden years. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to share breakthrough research from Johns Hopkins and Mayo Clinic that will completely change how you think about sleep after 65. You'll discover why 87% of seniors are unknowingly sabotaging their longevity with simple bedtime mistakes, and more importantly, the 7-step protocol that helped 94-year-old Margaret from Boulder, Colorado feel 20 years younger in just 30 days. But here's the critical part. If you don't understand what your 3 a.m. wake-ups are trying to tell you, you could be missing early warning signs that affect everything from your heart health to your independence. So stay until the end, because what you learn today could add not just years to your life, but life to your years. The 3 a.m. code, what your body is really trying to tell you. Before we dive into the 7 mistakes that are aging you faster, let me share what happened to Carlos Martinez, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Phoenix, Arizona. For 3 years, Carlos woke up every night at 3:17 a.m. like clockwork. His doctor prescribed sleeping pills. His family said it was just aging. But when Carlos discovered the 3 a.m. code system we're about to explore, everything changed. The truth is, your body operates on what scientists call the circadian command center, a sophisticated internal system that's actually more precise than a Swiss watch. When this system sends you a 3 a.m. wake-up call, it's not a malfunction. It's intelligence. And once you crack this code, you'll never see sleep the same way again. Mistake 1. The silent hormone hijacker that steals 3 hours of sleep. Here's what 78% of seniors don't know. After age 65, your melatonin production doesn't just decline, it collapses. We're talking about a 40 to 60% drop that happens so gradually, you don't notice until those 3 a.m. wake-ups become your new normal. But here's where it gets dangerous. Most people think the solution is melatonin supplements from CVS or Walgreens. Wrong. Harvard's 2024 research revealed that synthetic melatonin can actually disrupt your natural production even further, creating what they call melatonin dependency syndrome. Meet Svetlana Petrov, 81, from Seattle, Washington. After her husband passed, her 3 a.m. wake-ups became unbearable. She tried every supplement on the market. Nothing worked until she discovered the Nordic protocol, a simple 5-minute evening routine that naturally boosts melatonin by 73% without any pills. Here's what Svetlana does every night at 8 p.m. Dims all lights to candlelight level. Not just turning them off, dimming triggers pre-sleep hormones. Eats exactly 6 tart cherries. Montmorency variety contains natural melatonin precursors. Practices the 4-7-8 breathing technique. While looking at a photo of her late husband, the result? Within 2 weeks, her 3 a.m. wake-ups dropped from 7 nights a week to maybe once a month. But here's the kicker, her energy during the day increased so much that she started teaching piano lessons again at 81. Mistake 2. The dangerous advanced sleep phase trap that doctors miss. This is the mistake that almost cost 68-year-old Jamal Washington from Atlanta his independence. Like many retirees, Jamal's daily routine had quietly shifted. Dinner at 5 p.m., in bed by 8:30, wide awake at 2:45 a.m. His doctor called it normal aging. His family said he was becoming difficult. But Stanford's Aging Research Center identified something alarming. This advanced sleep phase isn't just inconvenient, it's a red flag for cognitive decline. When your sleep window shifts too early, your brain doesn't get the deep sleep it needs for memory consolidation and toxin removal. Here's what's really happening. Your brain has a built-in biological clock located in the hypothalamus. After decades of structured work life, retirement removes the external time cues, alarms, commutes, meetings that kept this clock calibrated. Without these anchors, your internal clock starts free-running, and for 73% of seniors, it runs fast. The solution isn't fighting your new rhythm, it's strategically managing it. Jamal learned the light ladder technique. 6 a.m. Bright light exposure, 10,000 lux lamp, for exactly 15 minutes. 12 p.m. Outdoor walk. Even if cloudy, natural light resets circadian rhythms. 6 p.m. Dimmer switch protocol, reduce lighting by 25% every hour. 9 p.m. Complete darkness, blackout curtains, eye mask, even cover the microwave clock. Within 3 weeks, Jamal's wake-up time shifted from 2:45 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. But more importantly, his afternoon energy crashes disappeared, and his wife noticed his memory was sharper than it had been in years. Mistake 3. The hidden medication time bomb in your medicine cabinet. This could be the most dangerous mistake on our list, and it's hiding in plain sight. Maylin Chun, a 76-year-old retired nurse from San Francisco, couldn't understand why she suddenly started waking up at 3 a.m. after 50 years of perfect sleep. The answer shocked her. It was her blood pressure medication. Johns Hopkins recently completed a groundbreaking study of 10,000 seniors and found that 43% of common medications directly interfere with deep sleep cycles. But here's what's terrifying. Most doctors never connect medication timing to sleep disruption. The worst offenders, diuretics taken after 2 p.m., forces 3 a.m. bathroom trips, beta blockers can block melatonin production, steroids for arthritis, increase cortisol at night, certain antidepressants suppress REM sleep, but Maylin discovered something that changed everything: the medication timing matrix. Working with her pharmacist, she shifted her blood pressure medication from morning to bedtime, moved her water pill to lunch, and adjusted her vitamin D to morning only. The transformation was immediate. Her 3 a.m. wake-ups stopped within 5 days, but even better, her blood pressure actually improved because she was getting deeper, more restorative sleep. Critical action step: print your medication list and take it to your pharmacist, not just your doctor. Ask specifically, could any of these be affecting my sleep if I take them at the wrong time? Most pharmacists know more about medication timing than doctors, and this consultation is free with Medicare Part D. Mistake 4. The dehydration sleep death spiral that ages you 10 years. Here's a statistic that will shock you. 89% of seniors are chronically dehydrated, and it's literally stealing years from their lives. But here's the cruel irony: fear of nighttime bathroom trips leads many to stop drinking water after 6 p.m., creating what Mayo Clinic calls the dehydration sleep death spiral. Robert Bob Thompson, 82, from Nashville, Tennessee, lived this nightmare for 2 years. Afraid of waking up to use the bathroom, he'd stop drinking fluids after dinner. But chronic dehydration was causing his blood to thicken, his kidneys to work overtime, and his brain to send stress signals, all of which triggered those dreaded 3 a.m. wake-ups. Here's what Bob learned from a urologist specializing in senior health. The problem wasn't too much water, it was the wrong timing and type of fluids. The Thompson hydration protocol, now used by hundreds of seniors morning. 16 ounces of water immediately upon waking, replaces overnight losses. 10 a.m. 8 ounces with electrolytes, use sugar-free Pedialyte or add pinch of sea salt. 2 p.m. 12 ounces, last large intake of the day. 6 p.m. 4 ounces maximum, sipped slowly after 7 p.m. Ice chips only if absolutely necessary. But here's the game changer. Bob also learned the pre-sleep void protocol, using the bathroom exactly 30 minutes before bed, then again right before getting under the covers. This simple technique reduced his nighttime bathroom trips by 80%. Within 1 month, Bob's 3 a.m. wake-ups virtually disappeared. His energy soared, his blood pressure normalized, and his wife said he looked 10 years younger. His secret: proper hydration actually improves sleep quality so much that you wake up less, not more. Mistake 5. The silent inflammation bomb, exploding in your joints at 3 a.m. At 3 a.m., your body's natural anti-inflammatory hormones are at their lowest point. This is when arthritis, old injuries, and muscle tension hit hardest. For 71-year-old Rosa Delgado from Miami, Florida, this meant waking up every night with aching shoulders and hips. But Rosa discovered something that orthopedic surgeons don't want you to know. There's a simple 3-minute routine that can reduce nighttime inflammation by up to 67%, and it doesn't involve any medications. The Miami method, developed by sports medicine doctors for senior athletes before bed. 60 seconds of gentle shoulder rolls, forward and backward, 60 seconds of hip circles. Standing, hands on chair for balance, 60 seconds of ankle pumps. Lying in bed, the secret ingredient: Rosa adds 5 minutes in a warm bath with 2 cups of Epsom salt and 3 drops of lavender oil. The magnesium in Epsom salt absorbs through the skin and relaxes muscles for up to 8 hours. But here's what makes this revolutionary. Rosa also learned to sleep with a small pillow between her knees for side sleepers, or under her knees for back sleepers. This simple positioning change reduces spinal pressure by 40% and prevents the inflammation cascade that triggers 3 a.m. wake-ups. The results? Rosa went from waking up 5 to 6 times per night to sleeping through until 6 a.m. Her morning stiffness disappeared, and she started playing tennis again at 71. Hidden Truth 6. The blood sugar roller coaster that's destroying your sleep. This might be the most overlooked cause of 3 a.m. wake-ups, and it's happening to 64% of seniors without them even knowing it. Norman Fitzgerald, a 79-year-old retired accountant from Portland, Oregon, thought his sleep problems were just part of aging. He was wrong. They were part of a dangerous blood sugar pattern that was literally aging his brain while he slept. Here's what happens. If you eat dinner early, like most seniors do, and don't have a proper bedtime snack, your blood sugar can drop dangerously low around 3 a.m. Your body responds by releasing stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline to raise blood sugar, and these same hormones wake you up. But here's the dangerous part. This nightly stress hormone release is linked to accelerated aging, memory problems, and increased risk of heart attacks between 3 to 6 a.m., which doctors call the death zone. Norman learned the Portland Protocol from an endocrinologist who specializes in senior metabolic health. The perfect bedtime snack formula. 1 tablespoon natural peanut butter, 1/2 apple. Sliced 6 almonds, eaten exactly 45 minutes before bed. This combination provides slow-release proteins and healthy fats that keep blood sugar stable for 6 to 8 hours. No spikes, no crashes. Number 3 a.m. wake-ups. Norman also discovered the morning victory check. If you wake up feeling energized and clear-headed, your blood sugar stayed stable. If you wake up groggy or anxious, you had a blood sugar crash during the night. Within 2 weeks on this protocol, Norman's 3 a.m. wake-ups stopped completely. But even better, his morning brain fog disappeared, his afternoon energy crashes ended, and his doctor said his A1C levels improved significantly. Shocking Truth 7. The loneliness factor that's stealing your dreams. This final truth might be the most important, because it affects 43% of seniors and almost no one talks about it. After 40 years of marriage, 84-year-old Dorothy Williams from Charleston, South Carolina, found herself alone for the first time since she was 20. The 3 a.m. wake-ups started almost immediately after her husband passed. But Dorothy's sleep problem wasn't grief, it was something much more physiological. Stanford's Loneliness Research Lab discovered that social isolation actually changes brain chemistry in ways that directly disrupt sleep patterns. When you're lonely, your brain stays in a state of hypervigilance, constantly scanning for threats even while you sleep. This hypervigilance causes what scientists call fragmented sleep architecture. Your brain never fully enters the deep sleep phases needed for restoration and memory consolidation. The result? You wake up at the slightest sound, temperature change, or even random thoughts. But Dorothy learned something that changed everything. The solution isn't just social connection, it's the right type of social connection at the right time. The Charleston Connection Protocol. Morning. 10-minute phone call with someone who makes you laugh. Afternoon. 20 minutes of purposeful activity with others. Volunteering, book club, church committee. Evening. 5 minutes writing in a gratitude journal, including one person you're thankful for. But here's the breakthrough. Dorothy also discovered sleep social cues. She started leaving a light on in the kitchen, simulating someone else being awake, playing very soft classical music, creating the feeling of peaceful presence, and keeping a photo of loved ones next to her bed, visual comfort cue. These subtle environmental changes convinced her subconscious mind that she wasn't alone, allowing her hypervigilant brain to finally relax into deep sleep. The transformation was remarkable. Dorothy's 3 a.m. wake-ups decreased by 85%, but more importantly, she started waking up excited about her day instead of dreading the long, lonely hours ahead. The 30-day challenge that's changing lives across America. Now that you understand the 7 deadly mistakes that are stealing your sleep and aging you faster, here's your action plan. This isn't theory, this is the exact 30-day protocol that helped Margaret from Boulder, Carlos from Phoenix, and hundreds of other seniors reclaim their nights and transform their days. Week 1. Foundation Reset. Implement the Nordic Protocol for melatonin optimization. Start the light ladder technique for circadian rhythm repair. Schedule your medication timing consultation. Week 2. Physical optimization. Begin the Thompson Hydration Protocol. Start the Miami Method for inflammation control. Introduce the Portland Protocol. Bedtime snack. Week 3. Social and emotional healing. Implement the Charleston Connection Protocol. Create your sleep social cues environment. Start the gratitude journal practice. Week 4. Integration and mastery. Fine-tune your personal protocol based on what's working. Track your progress with a simple sleep journal. Celebrate your victories and share them with others. The bottom line, your 3 a.m. wake-ups aren't a life sentence. They're a solvable problem with specific, science-backed solutions. The choice is yours. You can continue accepting poor sleep as normal aging, or you can implement these proven strategies and potentially add not just years to your life, but energy, clarity, and joy to every single day. Remember what happened to 94-year-old Margaret from Boulder? She's now sleeping 7 to 8 hours straight, has more energy than she had in her 80s, and recently started teaching watercolor painting to other seniors. Her secret? She stopped making the 7 mistakes we just covered and started implementing the protocols that work. The question isn't whether these strategies work, the question is whether you'll give yourself the gift of trying them. Your future self is counting on the decision you make today. Your support helps us continue creating life-changing content for seniors who refuse to accept "that's just aging" as an answer. And remember, tonight could be the first night of the best sleep you've had in years. Sweet dreams.